What? You don't want your child to be safe? Oh, that sun's really bright. One second, let me put my sunglasses on. Talk about the 5 things that really help me just to get on the right foot and make a decent amount of money in doing this, but also just to learn the ropes, because I feel like there's so much stuff when you first get started that you don't know. You learn as you go. So they give you a very brief overview of what the job entails, and then when you get out there, that's what you really find out it's like. So my first tip is to start with a clean car. So what I do is I take my car through the like a drive-through car wash that's in my neighborhood. It's called Caddy Car Wash. To go through there, get the car cleaned, and then once it goes to the wash, they have a bunch of vacuums there. So then I will vacuum out my car. I will wipe the windows down if I need to. I will Lysol the car if I feel I need to. I also have Armor All for all of the kind of, I don't know what kind of material this is, but the Armor All makes it look really nice. And then, part of vacuuming is just picking up all the trash, vacuuming it, getting it as good as I can. There is another car wash place that is called Rocket Car Wash here, and they charge about $50 to do a detail on it. But I would rather only spend the 10 and do the detail myself. So sometimes it can take, an hour to get the car clean, but it's definitely worth it. And especially because this is rideshare, so I'm using my personal vehicle to do this. So whenever have my dogs in the car or we've gone on a trip or anything, I 100,000,000% have to get this car cleaned and back in order for me to be in the car. Getting it clean, deodorizing it, the whole thing. So that's my first tip. Make sure you start with a clean car. Your passengers are really going to like that, especially if you can get a deodorizer going that doesn't have a strong scent. And I'm trying to think if I missed anything else on that. So for 2, what I always do is I greet the customer by the name on the app. I confirm the destination we're going to. This is something that might be a little controversial because Uber and Lyft, they want the passenger to tell you their name. But with that said, we live in kind of a sketchy world where people are really unsure, they want to make sure that you're their driver. Now I understand there are people out there scamming and stuff, but to use other people's rides and everything. But I just found it's sometimes really awkward when you are in your car showing up and you're gonna have someone get in your vehicle and be like, hey, tell me your name, tell me your information. It's a little weird and unnatural. For me, it's been easier to be like, hey, you're John. And then when I get in the car, I don't say the full address, I just say street. I'm like, hey, you're going to First Avenue. I'm like, yeah. And then a lot of times they'll tell me the whole address back. Like, yeah, I'm going to 12 First Avenue, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I know I have my person. And then, we get going on our way. My third point is to be friendly. Been in cars where the driver's like, this is my car, my way, the highway. But you know what? I find it's a smoother experience on my end and the customer's end to just be friendly and nice and kind of felt the situation if they want to talk or not. And be prepared, be prepared if they don't want to talk. That's going to kind of lead into my next one. But yeah, I would say being friendly goes a long way. Okay, I'm back. I got to my first rider. What an absolute waste of time. So I just got there. It was a young girl, a young 20s, something like that. Had a baby, very small baby, 1.5, maybe 2, and had no car seat. With Uber and Lyft, the customer's required to provide a car seat. I'm just absolutely blown away right now. Every single time I am. This has happened before, but anytime this happens, it just blows my mind away. It's your child. Like, you should know that this is required. It's just such a frustrating conversation to have because I feel like it's a conversation that shouldn't happen. That people with small children should just understand that they have to have car seats. What? You don't want your child to be safe? Kind of what I started to talk about before I had to go on the way to that ride was just to be prepared. I have some people that, just want a quiet car. They don't want to talk and they don't want music on. And at first that was very hard for me because I'm someone that always needs something in the background. The first time someone was like, she's a bit nicer about it, but she's kind of like, don't talk and don't play music. It really struck me. Like, it was really hard because I'm like, I need something. I can't just sit here in absolute silence. It's so awkward. But, so what I do is I do have my radio and I do have books on Audible I listen to and podcasts I listen to. So I just bring my AirPods with me and I'll pop those in and listen to that. Because I do want it to be a good customer experience. Say goodbye, acknowledge that, hey, we've made it here, we've arrived. Sometimes I try and think of something funny, or I'm just like, hey, we're here, because people get kind of distracted or preoccupied with things. So just let them know, hey, we're here, and I think that's a good way to end the ride as well, and just to say, hey, it was nice to meet you, or something like that. It's just to make sure you know your laws. In the apps themselves, they will tell you kind of their position, their policy on things and what to do and not to do. But above and beyond that, you want to know the laws. With the big example of the woman with the car seat right now, like, you've got to know what the law is and be able to quote it back to people and be really, really confident in that. And there's just, for me, I'm a pretty flexible, nice person, but there are some things that's a hard line for me. And following the laws and not getting in trouble is a hard line for me. So, know your car seat laws, know the policies of Uber and Lyft, and that will help go a long way in dealing with some of these situations that can be tough to deal with. But if you just stay confident and hardline it, like, this is just how this is, that'll help you kind of move on and don't take on other people's problems. Those are things they have to figure out.